Yo, let me tell you something. Batman has been hitting the gym. He been eating his creatine, protein bars and such. And man, there's another character that you wouldn't believe that is almost just as jacked as he is. Man, what are we waiting on? Talking absolute Batman. Roll that intro. Yeah. What's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy, Earth Mac, the mad scientist, and this is Comic Book Declassified, where we talk about the most recent issues in comics, as well as the past issues in comics, as well as the character bios if you ask for it. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and you might want to stick around to the end of this video, because at the end of this video, we will tell you the next comic we are going to talk about. But right now, today, we're going to talk about Absolute Batman #1, the follow-up to DC's All-In Special #1. And if you haven't checked out that video, that link is in the description below. But let's get into some Absolute Batman. Already, this thing is hitting the ground running, because you see someone's having a dialogue saying something has changed. And at first, you're thinking it's Bruce Wayne, right? You're thinking of him like riding on a motorcycle, like, oh man, it's a different take of Bruce Wayne, right? That's your first thought. That was my first thought too. Don't feel bad. It says, my third lap around and I still can't find it. Where's your heart? You used to have a center, hot and beating, but something hollowed you out. In fact, I barely recognize you anymore. I'm not sure I like this new you, Gotham, but that's okay. I don't think you're going to like me much either. My name is Alfred Pennyworth, and I'm here to do some bad things. Yo, already in the first couple pages, it's already slapped you in the face with some new stuff. So I'm like, you have you thinking that it's Batman riding on a motorcycle, but remember, this is Darkseid's creative genius at work. He created this world. He created struggle in this world. So for Alfred to be riding on a motorcycle that is super fancy, looking super jacked, look like he's about to do some bad things, he looks like he's on some Punisher stuff. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm sensing. But let's get into it. Now, as he goes in, you see all these guns, firearms all over the wall, and he makes this phone call to his daughter, Julia. Leaves a message, say, hey, I'm in town. I'm not sure that you are still here, but just to let you know that I'm here. But you know, Alfred doesn't live in Gotham. As we find out, Alfred is on a mission. He's on a mission to unalive some folks. And the folks that's in question is the party animals, this criminal group that put these animal head masks on and go around and terrorizing Gotham. I mean, women, children, men, it don't matter. Terrorizing. So he's on the job to take them out. And that's what he's aiming to do. I mean, it's many times that he flashed a firearm, so that kind of lets you know he's on some Punisher type stuff. And he is a force to be reckoned with. Now, you fast forward over to Croc's gym. That's right, Wayland. Croc owns a boxing gym where Bruce is actually training. Now, if you get a good look at Bruce, when I told you he was jacked, he's jacked. We're talking like Bane-esque size. That's how jacked he is. Now, typically when you hit the heavy bag, you know, sometimes you're trying to get your frustrations out. You know, he's trying to get them bad vibes out. You know, expend some energy. And as he's hitting the heavy bag as hard as he can, because it seems like this heavy bag is flying, he is having flashbacks of his time with his dad, Thomas Wayne. Now, at this point, we don't know what's going on with Thomas, you know, because in old lore, as the lore that we know about Batman, is that he lost both of his parents. But very curious on what's to happen with Thomas Wayne. Now, as we go further into the story, we know that Croc owns this gym, and there's another surprising thing. He says Ozzy hooked me up with an exotic pet license, went in with it too. And he mentions Harvey, Eddie, Oz, Selena, and Bruce is in this picture with all of them. That is crazy. Now, it was assumed I'm assuming that he's in a picture with all of them. It's assumed that Bruce and Waylon are actually good friends. So this is already taking a wacky turn already. So the usual Rose Gallery is not the usual Rose Gallery. Alfred's on his home going on a unalive list. Bruce is sitting the heavy bag and is good friends with Waylon. Waylon is good friends with Harvey, Oz, Eddie, and Selena. And it seems to me that all of them are in a picture together. So that is pretty intriguing. So you already got our attention going forward. Now you fast forward to this yacht. Now, one thing is a constant though, and that is the fact that Roman Sionis, Black Mass, is the head of these party animals, and he's having a conversation with Maronis and the Falcons. And he goes on, and one of the mafia bosses says, well, rumor is these party animal pieces of crap, they're your guys. Unaliving people right and left, old ladies, kids, for what? Why? And he says there's rules, understand? Gotham isn't just, and you see another party animal says, when are you coming to dance? And he goes on to talk and say, hey, you know what? I got these masks. I call them death masks. Like, so, hey, there's a Socrates right here. You know, that's Martin Luther to your left, and that's George Washington right there, and that there, Mr. Maroney, is your brother. This man is diabolical already. Now, Black Mass has always been a diabolical cat. Let's just keep it 100. But the fact that it kept the same is what it is. And also, Black Mass says, oh, by the way, that's your cousin, Mr. Falcone. So he basically takes out a member of each of their family, and obviously they catch the comeuppance too. They catch that heat as well. So now they're filling in 2 empty spaces on the shelf of masks. Now, speaking of masks, we're gonna jump into Batman in a minute, but let's go with Commissioner Gordon. Now, what is the deal with Commissioner Gordon? Because Commissioner Gordon is doing his best to quell the anger and the frustration of the Gotham elite, the Gotham norms, because the party animals are really taking over Gotham. And actually, if you look at it, Gordon is a cop and Bullock is a commissioner. Like, wow, like this is already crazy already. And Alfred Pennyworth has got his eyes set on the party animals. He see the party animals about to go in that building where James Gordon is and open fire. That's what he's seeing. He was like, listen, I'm waiting for the signal so I can do the work that I need to do. Now, in this particular situation, they are looking at the one person, and the one person they're going after is Gordon, and they take him out immediately. Unalive him immediately. Barbara is holding their hand. Like, this is another turn of events. So this thing is already turned on its head. And then all of a sudden, the door slams. Like, the minute this happens, the door slams. And Batman says, whatever you hear, do not open this door. This Batman is brutal. You understand? This Batman is bulletproof, of course. And with the cape that he has, it has some type of special material. Like, it hardens its own weapon. And he immediately takes out these guys. No problem. Like, he's literally using the cape to stand up to do a split kick to hit the ground back. Like, listen, why can't this cape be on the other Batman? Why can't this cape be on the regular Batman that we all know and love? But you know what? Let it be different. Let it be different. He continued to take out these guys with no issues, no problem. Now, Alfred was looking to do the job, but he's like, you know what? Let me hang back for a second. Let me analyze this cat. Let me look at him real quick and find out what exactly is going on with him, because he's fast, he's steady, and he says, above all, focus. He said, you've been waiting for this, haven't you? Yeah, you have. You're trained to. Mixed martial artist, your own blend, Muay Thai, BJJ. You're a striker above all. Brutal yet precise. You're putting on a show. Leg stomped on so everyone hears the crack,
and arm wrapped around your knee, sending a message. You're enjoying it too. And the knife work, my Lord.
So bloody, yet you miss each artery by just enough. So this Batman here has the same type of code. This Batman doesn't unalive people. He doesn't do that. He just beats them to a bloody pulp. And that's okay, that's a one constant. Now you get this big guy from the Party Animals with this cleaver. He was like, listen, you might want to get out of the way, cat. And then you see the bat axe. That's what I'm gonna call it. You see the bat axe. He pulls this off his chest. He's like, listen, you want the smoke? I got you. He literally slices off the hand. And he said, hey man, listen, I hear that they can reattach them sometimes. There's a hospital 3 blocks south of here, or it is east. I can't seem to remember all of a sudden, but I run if I were you. And he says to the rest of you, I'm going to give you one chance to get the piss out of my way. And this guy grows spikes on his back. I don't know what is up with this cape, but I'm really digging this. I'm really digging this. So that explains the cover of Absolute Batman, because just by the way he was posing, the cape itself is a weapon. Now, these Party Animals are like, you know what? I don't want a part of this. I'm gonna go turn tail and run. As they ran, Alfred blows them up. Alfred blows them up. And then this fight proceeds to happen between Batman and Alfred. Thought I would never see it, but here we are. Batman versus Alfred. Batman takes the gun away. And in a way, he actually beats Alfred. But you don't see like the full fight go down. You just see it skips. And it shows Alfred trailing and tailing Bruce Wayne, like already finding out his identity, like already figuring him out. Like, this is how dangerous Alfred Pennyworth is. And then you go back to a flashback and you understand what exactly has happened. At this zoo, Thomas Wayne hid his son with other kids and shut the door. And that's where Thomas Wayne passed away. But where's his mom? Where's Martha Wayne? And then you see under surveillance, because Alfred is following Bruce, he goes to see his mom. His mom is still alive in this universe. And she says, seriously, making your poor mother wait an hour for you out there on the cold, hard streets of Gotham. He says, sorry, mom, I just swung by the zoo. And she's like, forgiven. They busted in right when I was starting to win over the crowd. But other than that, I heard what happened at the town hall last night. Are you okay? Listen, his mom is still out there, so this makes it even more intriguing. And his base of operations is really at the roof of buildings where bigwigs and other rich folk don't even want to go up there because it's unfinished. There's no reason to go up on that roof. And Alfred finds him again. But remember that gun that Batman took away? Yeah, he made it non-lethal, and he shot Alfred in the face with batarangs. Like, yo, what is happening right now? Like, this is crazy. Alfred goes down, and Batman steals the bike and shoots off 1,000 feet off a building. And obviously he lands, and that's where this story ends. Or is it? Because we find out there is an epilogue. And in this epilogue, we goes to Manila. It says Jack Arthur. Hell, even I don't know his real name. When you're one of the 30 richest men on the planet, you can be whoever you want, I guess. Think he wants to be my rich, generous best friend? And it says, don't do that. Don't joke. You're like, why? You didn't hear? The guy never laughs. Not at anything. Ever. That's why they call him the Joker. Hey. So the Joker got money. He's one of the 30th richest people in the world. So everything is flipped here. So he got that Bruce Wayne money, the OG Bruce Wayne money. And we're going to learn a little bit more about that. But guess what? I know you like this video. I skipped a few parts in it because, as always, I want you to go out to your nearest comic book store, support your nearest comic book store, and get yourself some physical copies of comics. Because guess what? DC right here, DC is cooking. You know what I'm saying? DC is cooking that good stuff. That good stuff. Now, we at the point of our program where we tell you the next comic we're going to cover, and we're going to jump right back into the Marvel stream, and we're going to talk about a new comic that's out right now, and that is Sentinels #1. Cannot wait to jump into that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, y'all. Peace.